so. Yes, I'm starting over. I don't know what the crap happened. Alright, 2 people are on already.
Barricaded, and then there's a
And like my dad in boat, he was like, oh,
figured out a lot of there.
Can you hear it?
that's my dad. I got him across the here.
It's the other mic.
What you need? Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
Hey, we're live.
Oh, hey, we're live.
Hey,
What's up?
Woo! All right.
What's up?
We are good to
What
go.
in the world was the holdup?
Yeah.
We were talking about non-LCR media type thing.
Oh man, yeah, that was something right there.
And so we're live and going a whole bit.
Yeah, we are live and in action. What's it looking like, Paul? 17 people watching. 17 people.
17 people, hi 17.
The light is great. Better G's. Mics aren't working. Big red. What did they say? Mics aren't working. The mics aren't working?
Mics are working, but I'm thinking they're hearing you guys through the phone mic, not me.
Oh, God, just one.
But it's okay. we
Go
can hear
yell
you.
into the phone and see what it's doing there.
We can hear you.
I had this was working perfectly fine. Why was it not working on the YouTube app? What in the world?
Well, then, I'll keep talking.
Camera's really bound to your.
I want to go live a lot on Instagram.
You know what,
I gotta take off the sweater.
Get a headphone output on that. Pick up things.
Chair.
Yeah, but
What's that?
you know what, Grace, might actually do it tomorrow.
So anyway, for y'all, we were talking about.
Is it on?
Ricky hears anyway.
Are we on YouTube
I
now?
feel it.
Yeah, so they can see you and hear you from the phone or whatever they can, so.
You sound great. Just taking this as well.
You can still hear us, but isn't it like a whole lot of background like the last time?
Here's probably about it quiet.
Oh, Ryan Foreman's over here.
Tell who to be quiet, all these guys.
They can hear us? So we can just.
Okay, well, hey, everybody.
Let me just take this off.
Headsets? Nope, not too bad.
Oh, man.
Echo or Steely or Husqvarna?
What's going on, guys? Woo! 36 people, all
All
right.
right, 36 people.
Let's go, let's go, let's just do it, guys, come on.
All right, Ricky, what's up, man?
All right. Thank you, all 36 of you, for joining us. We are trying, we are rookies for life, we are going for it. We're using my phone, we're trying to hook up the podcast board for the great audio, but I guess with the phone, it's better than what we were using with the laptop. But this is an evolving process. Every day, we're just gonna get better and better, right?
What's up?
So, but this, this whole process is about getting leaders in our community, content creating leaders together so we can just talk about and strategize and create great content, like whether it's podcasts on LCR Media Podcast, Fullerton Unfiltered, Green Industry Podcast. What's your podcast coming up?
Kid Contractor
Kid
podcast.
Contractor. This is Caleb. This is Jason. Go ahead, introduce yourselves. Go ahead, Caleb.
Hey everybody, I'm Caleb with Almond Landscape. I work for my wife, Brittany Almond. She owns our company. It's a landscape design build firm in southeast Ohio. As Paul Jameson says, beautiful Fairfield County, Ohio. He always gives me a hard time on. We specialize in hardscapes, retainer walls, pavers, and landscape installations, and we also do stormwater management work. So that's our main thing there.
And but social media wise, what you got going on there?
We have, of course, Instagram, YouTube, and all that stuff, and we have a thing called the Hardscape Academy that we produce training videos to install retaining walls and pavers and other hardscape stuff. So that's our thing there. So happy to be here at the Hype House. It's a ton of fun. There's some incredible talent here, and we're excited to be part of it and bring a bunch of value to the week for folks following along.
How did you get connected with this community?
Man, I don't know. It's a great. Where did
you're a
that
hardscaper,
like
right?
gateway into it? I don't know. It's that's a great question. I've gone to GIE for a long time, and then like all of a sudden I started realizing there was this like almost underground world of social media people, and like I went to the Pleasure Ridge Pizza thing the last year it was held there.
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, this
That's
is
a
crazy.
blast
And
from the
Stan,
past.
yeah, like Stan Genetic was there. Like, whoa, this is crazy.
Line of people waiting
And-
to see him.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, oh man, people love this dude. Like, holy cow! Like I'd seen him. I was like, okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I started realizing there's this whole world of like social media stuff, and I started dabbling in it, messing around with like Instagram, Snapchat, and stuff. and it just got like hooked into it and treated like a diary or like a journal now. And dude, I love it. And yeah, I don't know. You got to know somehow, like fortunately, people like you and Brian and gosh, Creels now and all this stuff. So it's just amazing and tons of value.
We got 100 people watching Instagram Live. Wally Beach River's here. CNI Services, a couple other great guys.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Candy?
I'm asking them for questions, so you guys get ready.
Awesome. How many people are on this now? We're back up to 40 something?
Got 39.
39.
Yeah.
Okay, we were almost
Lawn
up
care
to 50.
juggernaut,
What's up, Yusuf?
Burke's Mowing, A's Lawn and Landscaping, Kayla.
Jason.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason. Good. How are you?
Doing great.
So what's your YouTube channel, your social media? What's going on? Tell me
Jason
guys.
Creel, I live in Alabama. I run Alabama Lawn Pros. I do weed control fertilization. On the internet, I'm Lawn Care Life on YouTube and The Lawn Care Life on Instagram. We've been hanging out this week. I'm learning which buttons to push on the computer to make it do stuff with these guys. But just having a good time hanging out and being together and building relationships. And I think been really motivating for all of us. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's another part of this is we're all learning new things together too. So we all have different strengths in different areas, whether it be podcasting, Instagram, YouTube, or a little of everything. And like Jason said, we're getting them on Instagram and getting more comfortable with that. And Caleb's going to start his podcast. I started my podcast a couple months ago. We know Brian and Paul have had their podcast for over a year, well over a year, if not multiple years for Paul, as well as YouTube for Brian. So lots of great talent, lots of great minds, like-minded people working together. It's almost like a mastermind house. Like we get together over whatever meal we're at when we're all getting together. For the most part, and we're thinking about stuff, we're talking about stuff, we're talking about what we want to do today, what we're going to do tomorrow, what's going to bring value for you guys, for the community, what's going to help everyone grow because it's going to help us grow. What are we going to do next year? Are we going to do another hype house? Where is it going to be? We're in Tampa, Florida. So, this is an awesome time, awesome area for us to do all kinds of stuff outside. What are some of the things you've already done?
Oh my gosh. So aside from like launching the podcast, which is like a huge thing for me because I wasn't like set on doing that, that's been a big deal. But I've been happy to get around to like job sites here around Tampa, if that's what you're asking.
Yes.
Like go crash some job sites and install some artificial turf down the road. So I went and saw artificial turf installation, kind of documented that a little bit, talked to those dudes. Checking out paver install jobs and just doing like my normal journaling thing with that through like Instagram stuff. So I've been having a blast with that, getting to know these guys way better and develop deeper relationships. I think that's going to benefit the entire community, by the way, because like more collaboration is coming, better, more valuable content's coming. And it's just been like so awesome. I'm so flattered to be here and be part of it. And I think overall, period, it's good for the community because like Brian Fullerton says, like, who wins when you succeed? Well, like, the whole community, is going to win from things like this because there's going to be tons more value and content and, knowledge being shared that's going to help everybody. So it's going to be so I'm just pumped as heck for it.
For sure. Thanks, Caleb. I'm going to wrap up with Jason. Let's find Paul. Where's Paul at? Let's get
Where is Paul Jameson?
He's sleeping.
He's got me up, but like, I haven't answered.
So do I. I'm doing a live. I want him to talk about this.
He's watching, he'll probably.
Oh my
do it.
gosh.
Oh, come on, Paul.
But they want
Run
to know
up
where
here
your
real
shirt
quick.
is.
What?
They want to know where your high
Oh,
house
I asked someone to get it for me out of my room. I'm trying to get this live stream going. Could someone help a brother out here?
Everybody's waiting for Paul.
Paul said he's shaving.
I wore my shirt at yesterday's live, and I just was running around trying to get this perfect for you guys. And it is what it is. It's always a work in progress. But honestly, this whole hype house, was a vision of Paul's, and he shared the idea with a few of us, and we just really came together with a collective mind and made it happen. And this is something that we hopefully look forward to going on year after year and becoming an annual thing. And we're gonna have a meetup on Friday, right,
Yeah.
guys? We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Armature works, yeah.
Caleb,
What?
what's your YouTube? People are asking.
At Almond Landscape LLC, so on YouTube there. So all our social media channels, that's our handle. So thank you for asking. Armature Works, 3 p.m., which is in Tampa. It's a beautiful park overlooking the river there. Beautiful skyline views. There's food and beer and all that stuff there available in the park, at the restaurants and stuff. Beautiful open atmosphere. Really nice, well-designed park from like a landscape architecture standpoint. So it's a really cool space. I love it a lot. Start at 3 p.m. We're giving away 2 Toro mowers, like Toro
Yes.
battery powered push mowers, like thanks Toro. That's insane.
We're
What's
looking
that?
at the outdoor chessboard, because it's huge.
We're meeting at the outdoor chessboard, so you guys can find us.
Yeah, absolutely. Our
We're
picture
giving away-
works, by the way. That's where it
We're
is.
giving away 2 Toro commercial battery-powered 21-inch walk-behind mowers.
Yeah, they're tanks. Dude, we put those in the vehicles today to get them to this thing, and they're like I'm not in the lawn care world anymore, so I'm like blown away that these things are push mowers. They're like built like tanks, man. They're awesome. I was like, holy cow, that's what commercial push mowers look like now. So yeah, that's like incredible. Like, how do you get who gives away like professional grade push mowers at an event? You know, so again, it's about the community and trying to help the community out and get to meet. You know, you're gonna get to meet your favorite people if you know you're so inclined to get over. And there's people driving like crazy distances with them like along the way.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not
crazy.
asking
That's
people-
flattering.
Yeah, we're not asking people to book flights or do anything crazy, but you know, anyone that's close enough to the Tampa area in Florida, just come on over so that
Yeah.
everyone can hang out and meet up.
Absolutely.
And we can it's kind of like the final day or two wrap up of the week. And you guys have hopefully been following along or will follow along. So there's going to be a lot of conversation, a lot to talk about, a lot of new great ideas. But this is really just a big collaboration house. We call it a hype house because we all get hyped up, pumped up about new content, working together. And we don't really get together as often as you might think. But, you know, something like this is a unique opportunity that we want to continue year after year.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got we got 100 people in here saying hey.
Hey.
They want to know how long have you guys been in business and what's your biggest tip for somebody who's just starting this year?
Well, I've been in business going on 7 years, and the biggest tip is figure out what you want to do, what you love to do, and then find the clients that will pay you what you want to be paid to do it.
Okay.
I like that.
This should be on a shirt. That's good. That's good. This guy's a professional,
Yeah,
Jason.
I think I'm in my 14th year maybe, so I don't keep up with it as much as I should. But you know, if I was starting out, we talked about that this morning. I think what I would do is I would come up with a couple things. One, I'd want to know what I want my end goal to be for my business. Do I want to be a solo guy? Do I want to grow huge? Do I want to, you know, what do you want it to look like? And then I would go ahead and brand it like you've been in business for a long time, so that when you go to that high-end client, it doesn't look like, oh, you know, I just started last week. Like, don't say that, don't act that way. You want to pretend and sell yourself like you're a professional, you've been in the game a long time. And, you know, if they ask, don't lie about it, but you want to, you know, hopefully they won't ask because you come across so professional in your appearance.
Awesome. Sean, best tip for starting out if it's your first year in business?
Sean Spencer just hopped on.
Yeah, I'd say don't run yourself in a ton of debt. Get the clientele first, and then grow from there. Buy the equipment as you can afford it. Obviously, you know, if you're starting off or buying a business, whatever, things are going to be a little bit different. But if you're just starting from the get-go, you know, get what you need to start, and then grow as the business grows. I guess you could say. Don't run yourself in the debt. I hate hearing those stories where guys go out and finance 30 grand worth of stuff, and then, you know, they don't have the clientele to make that payment, and then they're out of business. So that's just a bad way to start off.
Awesome.
Jason, before you swap out with another guest, what do you have going on right now? Like, what are the next things for you? You obviously have a YouTube channel, you've got your lawn care business, you kind of converted more out of the mowing into more fertilization, weed control.
Yeah.
And you talk about all that on your YouTube channel. Starting to get into Instagram, so follow him at The Lawn Care Life, not Lawn Care Life, The Lawn Care Life on Instagram, as well as YouTube. But what are your future goals and plans here?
So for this year, I got a lot going on. I mean, personally we're adding on to our house. I got me a big workshop this year, so I'm excited about that. For as far as my business, I've downsized my business a little bit. You sit here and talk about, I think, giving advice about what else should be solo or grow. I downsized it to where I could remain solo for now, but I want to grow past that. But I just thought, you know what? I'm just at a point right now. I want to shrink down. Let me become more profitable. Clean up the messiness of my route and the bookkeeping and the admin and how I was running things off mental notes and just not keeping it orderly. So I'm trying to clean some of that up. I think I've made a lot of progress on that. And then, and also just to free me up to be able to do more content on YouTube and things like that. So, you know, I enjoy being out there spraying lawns, fertilizer. I'm just not like, I don't think I could be like a full-time influencer. I just like being out there doing the work. But I want to, you know, grow in those social media avenues as well.
Awesome. Who wants to take Brian's phone so he can sit down and get his his moment in the shine.
I can
Sean,
just,
why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit more, in case anyone that's following me is not following you, give them kind of like the download, like where can they find you, what are you doing, what's going on? I'm gonna grab my hype out
Yeah,
shirt.
absolutely. So I'm Sean. Yeah, I'm Sean, part owner with my wife Savannah TQ. You guys know her, Trimmer Queen. So we're a husband and wife team. Spencer Lawn Care on YouTube, Spencer Lawn Care on Instagram. Yeah, man, we just go out. We absolutely love everything lawn care, landscaping, snow removal. Love the community, interacting with everyone, learning from everyone, and just really having a good time, man, and taking it all in. You know, we're parents, so obviously this is like super exciting for us to get away from cold, snowy Ohio and get down here in the beautiful sunshine of Florida and hang out with great company. And yeah, man, just kick it. This is like a real treat for us that we've never done in the wintertime, just stepping away from the building. So we're loving it.
Sean, question that we had from live was, what is the best way to learn the business today? Like YouTube, training programs, field experience, or work for somebody else? What's your thoughts? Any suggestions?
I mean, a simple answer for me would be all of the above. But look at it like this: if you're starting, you know, even having social media, that wasn't available 10 years ago, you know? So there's a ton of free knowledge there, a wealth of knowledge, a college worth of free information there. So go on a learning spree, you know, take the free courses of YouTube, as they call it. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the ads, but you know, in life, nothing's free. So you gotta just click skip, you know, or whatever you wanna do. But yeah, man, all of the above, absolutely. But there's, you know, going to the events and learning. And that's the thing, everywhere's different. North's different from south, west is different from east. So you get a combination. Like I was driving down here in Florida today, everybody's got those Isuzu MPRs. Nobody's really rocking like a truck and trailer. I mean, we saw one here or there, but it's like, that's the game down here.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to become the game a little bit up in Ohio, but you know, just the snow removal side of things holds it back.
Yeah.
So it's different, but I love seeing it. Like I'm driving today, like peeping everybody's stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's cool.
Hey, really quick, if you guys are watching on YouTube, please thumbs up the video. It really helps with the algorithm and gets this surfaced out to more lawn grows, so YouTube can recommend it. Also, if you guys can see the banner behind us, shout out to LMN for sponsoring the first ever Green Industry Hype House, which is really appreciated. They are a CRM, which is a customer relationship management software. You think they could just make that a little bit shorter? I guess that's why they abbreviate it, Sean.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
if you guys are looking to figure out how to manage your business, there's a lot of other great CRMs out there. If you want to grow a large business, Element is definitely a great option. Sean, you're an advocate for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
We really appreciate them supporting the house to bring you guys the content. So,
Yes,
Tons of
thank
more
you.
free information started with
Yeah,
it.
no, it's okay.
I just got this white ring light.
I was just gonna say, yes, thank you very much, Element. Ryan, did you, there's
Paul
I was taking a shower, I shaved, cut that grass and make that cash.
Oh, man. Oh, I got Paul.
Get that Amazon
he
link.
comes walking in, putting his shirt on, all on the camera.
This book was,
no socks. What's going on here?
this book was number 2 today. I want it to be number 1.
Oh, okay.
Cut that grass and make that cash, available on Amazon.
The headless, not, what's it called?
Cats and Kittens coloring book. Apparently that's a thing.
If you guys don't know who this is the one and only Paul Jameson, the host of the Green Industry Podcast. He's really been changing the whole game in the community for podcasting and putting together a lot of awesome ideas, like the Hype House. I tried to do my best, Paul, to talk about it, just kind of give these guys a scoop here for the second day.
Yeah, so collaboration, I mean, has been around for a long time in business. And these TikTok 18, 19-year-old kids, they got this idea, let's all get together and make our TikToks. And then they all had exponential compound growth and really grew together. So I told Naylor one day, I was like, why don't we just get all of our friends together and make a bunch of podcasts, Instagram, YouTube, people who specialize in YouTube like Sean Spencer, people who specialize, well, Brian Fulton does them all, exceptional. He's a rare guy, all right? But Jason Creel focuses on YouTube, and then I do podcasting, Naylor's, you know, hodgepodge. I was like, let's get together and make Instagram videos, YouTube videos, podcasts, and bring your wives. Next year, maybe I'll bring mine.
Hey, Paul. Brian's Lawn Care. You just bought the book an hour ago.
Brian's Lawn Care, thank you for getting my book. Cut that grass and make that cash.
There you go.
I appreciate it.
I had a really good question, at least I think it's a good question, if you
Yes.
guys are open to it.
Yes.
What is the biggest thing that gets in the way of people trying to grow a bigger business?
But hey, I gotta go to bed. I usually don't stay up this late. I just wanted to
Jeez,
say,
Paul.
Just hop out, Paul.
You just
Listen.
come out.
Thanks for
Thank you.
gracing us with your
To
presence.
answer your
Paul.
question, Brian,
Yes.
up here,
Thank
the
you.
little thing that's between your skull,
Yeah.
your brain, that's the number one thing that can get in your way.
Like
Because,
that.
you know, it could just be a mental
Good
roadblock, the way you
night.
were raised, something that happened, fear, you know, that's what holds you back in anything in life. So, you know, kind of like wanting to start YouTube or anything, you know, you just got to get over that fear, maybe take baby steps, and then you'll start walking, and then you start running, and
Yep.
maybe be running a marathon in a year or two. But yeah, man, all mental. Get over it.
Dylan Solo Cut says he's your biggest fan, Spencer.
Oh,
He asked for a shout out.
Awesome. What's up, Dylan?
Are we getting any questions on the YouTube live by any chance? Does anyone notice?
I can't see questions on here.
Mr. Producer said, please minimize Paul's exposure to Red Bull.
Yeah. Lawn Commander said rated R, when Paul walked up with his shirt off.
We got Kevin, the lawn care juggernaut in the house. He said, "What up, guys?"
What's up,
What's
Kevin?
going on?
He's a really good dude.
Yeah.
He's killing it with those city violation videos.
Violation.
Everyone gets like 1 million views. I love that guy. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
But we have 64 watching on your channel right now.
Nice,
Yeah.
thank you guys. 64 folks.
Dylan Solo Cut says he's my biggest fan.
Nice.
So Brian, I don't know what you even got to say on here while I did my quick transformation, but I wanted to talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
A couple more seconds.
There you go. Thank you. What do you want to
Well, for those of you that maybe for whatever reason haven't stumbled upon Brian's lawn maintenance, if your side recommendations haven't been filled with Brian's lawn maintenance,
Huh?
here's Brian's lawn maintenance.
Me?
Hi.
Go ahead. Introduce yourself. Give me the scoop.
Yeah, I have a little bit of pressure in my sinus, so I'm a little doing that deal. But hey, just want to say thanks for joining us. We do run a lawn care landscaping YouTube channel, and yeah, I don't know. It's just I said this I think yesterday. I said we're just average people with an above average passion about lawn care landscaping, and we're not TikTokers and YouTubers and or anything fancy or special, guys. We're just regular normal people. But for me, the passion behind my channel is just I spent 10 years messing it up. And honestly, when I met this community, this industry, I learned from a lot of these folks, and it really helped get my business up to speed, as well as a couple of key people that I met in real life that helped me, mentor me, if you will. And the last 4 or 5 years are completely different than that first 10 years. And so I hate to say it, but if I can do it, you can do it. One of those stories.
Yeah.
And so that's why we have so much passion about putting out the content. Sometimes I feel like we're riding the coattails of the Spencers here because they have a beautiful channel, and obviously was a fan on it. So
Thank you. Thank you.
the better half, right?
But
Absolutely.
Brian, what was your inspiration for getting on YouTube and building this whole network that you have with YouTube, Instagram, podcasting, training courses, all of that? What was the inspiration? Where did it all start?
I think the honest answer was just having the little bit of feedback from these guys. Just a little bit every day, and it kind of compounded, and people, I got 100 people join on each of the live streams, and they appreciate the content. It feels good to be needed, and when people appreciate you, I know you appreciate them, and somehow along the way just kind of sprout from there, and companies get involved, sponsors get involved, and I don't know, I just love to be generous with my time, my thoughts, and frankly, I feel like I have a unique ability to network with people and bring good people together. I feel like that's a little hidden talent I have, and so that's what I like to do. I like bringing people together, and by the way, you actually pan these cameras around to these girls, because they're the ones that put together the Hype House. we got the peanut gallery.
Stage house back here.
Yeah. We got they're the ones giving us they're heckling us, you know what I mean? And so hopefully we say intelligent things.
Yeah, but that's similar to what you're saying. For me, and every time I hear someone comment, to me on whatever platform it is that they got something from something that I said or put a video out, it just makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
Especially when, again, to Brian's point, we're all human, we have a lot going on. I have a wife, kids, dogs, a house, lawn care business, all the social media, lots of great friends, peers and mentors. So it can really, be a lot sometimes. And every now and again, you're just like, but then you get those pick-me-ups right when you seem to need it, when someone's like, man, you really changed something, or you really helped me with this, or can you help me with this? And you answer what you think is a simple question, but for them, it really helped change their day or help put them over the hump to make a purchase that changed their business or not. And that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going, and it makes it all worthwhile.
It's all, we always talk about community, and not everybody buys into that, and that's okay. You know, but for us, we try to keep it Camelot, if you will, and try to keep it pure. And I don't know, you make friends. I mean, we got Aiden's lawn service, Wally Beach River, he's in the Florida area, he jumped on. Kevin, lawn care juggernaut. These are people I never would have met without doing silly little YouTube, right? As some people like to say. So,
Yeah. Who would have thought, right?
Right, Savannah, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, we have Savannah Spencer, the other half.
She's
right?
like, hello.
Of Spencer's Lawn
Nobody
Care.
calls her Savannah Spencer.
Yeah,
It's
like,
TQ.
Savannah.
Yeah. Why did I they call him Spencer, but it's Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
I think I did that for 2 years. I was like, what's up, Spencer? He's like, I have a first name.
yeah.
It's M-A-Y-E or whatever.
So we have the other half of Spencer's Lawn Care here. TQ, Trimmer Queen, all kinds of aliases.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the mom gallery. I'm just
But
staging.
you're a big part of the YouTube channel now, so what kind of, where did that come from? Like how, because obviously Sean was making content without you in the beginning, and then at some point that changed, and the two of you are not only working together, but also creating content together, and I think that's really helped your channel grow to a different level to appeal to a lot of new people that are like, wow, that's an awesome dynamic to see a husband-wife duo.
Well, it started about 3 years ago when Sean was having trouble keeping employees. So I'm like, why don't I just give it a try? You know, I've done it before with him in the past. You know, nothing, you know, to this scale because he's grown. But I'm like, let me give it a try. You know, I'll work with you until you find someone. But I was at someone, so it like worked out. I absolutely love being out there and getting dirty. You know, and I don't know. It's just. And it's very inspiring because we do meet a lot more couple teams, and it's great to see the women out there working too, whether it be in, you know, construction or, you know, even behind the scenes. We got Tracy here with Jason, and she's great too. She's a great teammate with her husband, so.
I have a question. In the truck, who's like the boss, you or Sean? How does this work? Like, does Sean tell you to jump out if you miss a spot, or do you tell him to go get the trimmer?
I don't even know if she even
Yes.
misses a spot anymore.
That's
That's why they call her
well, yeah.
Trimmer Queen.
I mean,
She's lethal with that trimmer, right, Sean?
I mean, he's, you know, you said, you know, I've seen you miss a spot, so I'll get out there, I'll fix it, but he's also missed a spot mowing.
Yeah.
And
Gotta go back
he'll
and get
go
it.
out and fix it. I mean, we're human, we make
Yeah.
mistakes, we
Yeah.
miss things, but I mean.
Don't let her lie to y'all. She's like, get out there and fix it.
Right, yeah.
We'll
I
get it
have
next
a
time.
question.
Yeah.
Right, well,
Yeah. and any
somebody,
last questions?
somebody's asking, Nebraska Cut Lawn Care asks, what are things that you wish you would have done sooner in your first few years?
We actually had a roundtable discussion with Element earlier, a little mastermind. It was really good. That was one of the questions on our sheet. I think a lot of us said have better rates, know your worth out of the gate. Other folks said marketing, having better branding and marketing. What else was there? Better.
Build a team, like, you know, don't like don't wear all the hats at once. Don't do all the administrative tasks, the accounting, the this, the that. Try and as quickly as possible, whether you have to save up for it or find the right people, just whether it be your spouse or a friend, a neighbor, or someone that you just hired, you know, flat out for that role, part-time, maybe then they can grow with you, to outsource these things that you don't have time for and frankly may not even be good at or want to do, and focus on your strengths, focus on what you love to do, and find people that do what you don't want to do and can't really do that well. That's their strength, and you can grow faster and less stress.
Good question.
And you can focus on the job that they're calling you for.
Right.
Better.
Right. Any other questions?
All I know is you guys are hitting the big thumbs up and the hearts, which I think helps the algorithm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think everybody got a chance to talk. You ladies want to come in? Brittany?
We'll save it.
We'll save it for another stream.
Oh, no. Okay.
Come on.
You're coming on in?
But you guys have to ask
Tag
that
out.
question. Yeah.
Brian, real quick, Brian.
Yeah.
Red Rock Maintenance says, hey, Brian, how do you fit everything into your life, lawn care, podcasting, and everything else? How do you do it? How do you manage it?
Simple answer is I work a lot, but I try to chunk, you know, so I can be in the garage in the studio and do 3 podcasts in a row, and that takes care of the week or the month or whatever we're doing. Same thing with YouTube. I used to just do it nights and weekends after 10 p.m. I mean, you guys do the same thing. And I would do that from 10 to 2 in the morning for about 3.5, 4 years. So how's the bags? Are they getting any better?
Wait until that mask goes on.
Yeah, I've been wearing the eye cream, you know, but up until this last year, we hired more help in the business to free us up on Friday to have an office day where I would do office work for the actual business, but then also edit videos on that Friday. So if I'm focused on editing videos for 3-4 hours, and because I'm not all helter-skelter, I'm in the zone, I was able to edit 2 or 3 videos for that upcoming week. So by doing like 3 hours here, 3 hours here, and 3 hours here, I was able to start pushing that schedule forward. And for me, that's just what I found works for me. But also to go back to what Savannah was saying and Naylor was saying just a second ago, 3-4 years ago, I was at best doing my own bookkeeping, but we were doing our own bookkeeping. We were figuring out our own taxes. We were cleaning our own house, right? And so by having these little 2 hours back, 5 hours back, 10 hours back, that's been able to put that time back into my schedule. I think what that's often overlooked, by the way, that doesn't really get talked about is the fact that, and I'm not a hero, but we don't watch TV. We don't watch TV, we don't get lost in sports. I'm not wearing somebody else's name on the back of their jersey on the back of my shirt. I'm not gonna wear their jersey. I want my name on the back of my jersey to take care of my family. And that might be radical, but hey, I'm in a couple $1 million home this week, and I live a little bit of a radical life. And so if you want to have those opportunities presented to yourself in the future, you're gonna have to get fanatical about taking care of your finances and your business. And so I'm not apologetic for working hard. We're living a little bit better life now, but life comes down to choices. If you want to make your life better in the future, you have to start making better choices now. Those choices are going to take 5 or 10 years to compound, and that's what's happening lately. But you have to stick it out to make those better choices for your life if you want things to be better down the road in the future. So turn off the TV, get off YouTube, watch some fun videos, learn a couple things, but honestly, get to work. I mean, that's the thing that a lot of people miss, is the secret ingredient is still work.
Got a question?
Yeah.
Kibler Lawn and Landscape asks, what's your most profitable way of advertising to grow your business?
I mean, frankly, they call it a customer acquisition cost, right? So if you can acquire a customer that you do an iteration for and it's $100, if you spend up to $100, you're still kind of in the black acquiring that customer. Some companies even lose money acquiring customers. So if you spend $110, but if you get that iteration year over year over year for 5 years, you still could, and referrals, you can still be in the black. For me, all marketing is great. I think where most people miss it, maybe somebody else can weigh in, is that they don't market because when you come from an employee situation, you don't market, right? But a business owner, if you're not spending 3, 4, 7% of your gross revenue coming in, you're actually not probably spending enough on marketing. So it's actually something that you should be spending money on. Now, if once you get 10 years in business, you got a book of business, you should be able to just grow that with referrals and just word of mouth. But if you spend, Josh Ladler says, if you put a quarter in the top of the machine and dollars come out the bottom, well, how many quarters do you want to put in the top of the machine? And so to me, that's your marketing. So we've never quantified our marketing. We just say whatever it takes.
Yeah.
What kinds of marketing is like your favorite tools? Like I know postcards, right?
I love postcards and yard signs, as simple as they are. Sean Spencer does a lot with bandit signs, the yard signs. I think he's got a connection there. Get yard signs, put them all over the street corners. Make sure they're classy, not tacky, obviously. Don't put out 50, don't put out 3 or 4. I love postcards, I love yard signs, Google my business listings.
Super simple yard signs. Like,
Super simple.
Yeah.
Like business name, services offered, and phone number.
Yeah, 12 by 18, not 24 by 36.
Ours are even simple, business name, that's like our logo,
Just a
and
name.
then people just find the logo.
Amen.
Sales tax or no sales tax?
Sales tax if you're doing landscaping and you're upselling what you buy it for versus what you install it for. Get a CPA
Depending on
for that.
state.
Consult your local state.
Control,
Yeah.
that's definitely a consult with your
Yeah,
CPA.
every state's different.
Yeah.
Definitely take care of, get with your accountant.
Sales tax is when you get a consultant professional.
Right, because it's different for every state, for every business. and
Every
all.
county.
Yeah.
Like our services are all different.
This is Brittany Allman.
Hi.
Yeah, good.
Thanks guys, with Allman Landscape. Thanks, Brian.
They don't match. Can they see my socks?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's up
No.
front.
No.
Okay, ready to go cameras. Okay.
So Brittany is the other half of Allman Landscape. We've talked to Caleb before, so introduce yourself a little bit and
More than
kind
what he's already said.
Yeah. what's your role in the business?
Okay, so I wear all the hats that he wears also. So we just kind of fill in where we need, but I own the company. I've been in business. Okay, sorry. I've been in the business for 11 years now, and I work in the field if I have to. I work in the office. I do invoicing. I go on sales calls with them. So really, there's nothing that's I won't do. I just kind of fill in where I need to. Yeah. So. What do you do, Liz?
This is Liz Fullerton, the other half of Brian Fullerton, now party of 3. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So Brian owned the business for a good 7+ years before I came around, and I worked full time at the beginning of our marriage and slowly started taking on more and more responsibilities. At this point, we're delegating a lot more because we are expecting, and we at least want for the first year to be able to kind of reestablish our new normal. So a lot of my stuff, we're big on building our team this year, has been replaced. But I've been helping a lot more with the social media, I guess, aspect, more so than our traditional business.
But you still have to manage the team that you're building.
Yeah.
So.
Which is a new thing for me. It's a new role, but I like it so far.
Yeah.
And I want to give a lot of credit, like we tried to do before when they were in the background. These ladies helped a lot with planning and organizing this whole.
It was a lot of fun. It was,
was a lot of
I wasn't
reading.
really sure what we were building at the time.
Right. Well,
We're
we
here,
just throw out ideas
And
and
the
we're
live
trying to pull it
stream, the
together.
live stream's better tonight than it
We're
was
getting
last
better
night.
every day.
Wait until Friday, we will have
Yeah,
it
it's
down.
going to be down pat. Speaking of that, we're going to wrap this up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. It's going to be at Mitchell's Lawn Care, so make sure you guys tune in for that. He's bringing in studio lights, although I think using a ring light with your phone is good, but we're going to have lots more lighting. Hopefully we'll have just as good audio on, I think phones are the way to go, unless we have an SLR hooked up to a laptop. I know Fullerton's going to try that. Coming up this week potentially, but we know at least the phones are going to work good because they got good mics, the newer phones and cameras, and we can live stream that way, just like this if you guys want to, or you can try something else and go with that. But I think we owe it to our audience and the community and everyone to try and get a little more consistent with this. Just figure it out. But I know Mitchell's going to be really good at all of that too. Has a lot of good tech stuff and bringing a lot of stuff he's
I've
driving
been
down.
saying to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't met Mitchell. He's a great guy. He's not too far from me. I've visited him so many times in North Carolina, only a couple hours away. We hang out a lot. He's a state trooper as well as he has a lawn care business, and he just started YouTube. He's already got over 1,000 subscribers. He's got a large Instagram following. I think it's 13, 14, 15,000 followers. So he's on the come up. He's having a good time, and he's excited and can't wait to come here tomorrow. And we're gonna just hit the ground running again tomorrow night. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow night on Mitchell's Lawn Care.
Good job.
Thanks.
You did it.
Oh, man.
You survived, we survived, we had sound, and we had.
Can you see my sound?
Good.
I don't know.
A little